Yeah,
If they sue us, we're on.
we are on.
Beisel Brothers, episode 2.
2.
We're talking about what kind of show we want this to be. And then we said, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to put it on the air. So we're going to record it and just continue talking about the show. We're just spitting. Good. You say, wait, what game you're playing? $150?
Yeah, the survivor pool. Yeah. So we're just talking about it right now. So it's $150 buy-in, but it's 2.5 mil American to first.
Who runs this?
Splash Sports. It's kind of new. I was in the March Madness bracket that they had. I was stupid and took Houston as my first round, like win, because you can't use the same team twice. I was like, fuck.
Houston Cougars.
Yeah, I just wanted to advance, and obviously they make the final. But yeah, so it's 2.5 mil to first. We were just saying, like, for somebody to actually win first, not split, it would be like unbelievable. Yeah. Usually people split those prizes and stuff.
It's like the one day or the one game, or like last night, Packers, Washington. Like I entered the Millie Maker. It's $1 million to first on a one gamer on Thursday night. It's crazy how much this shit's grown. But the top guy won $59K and he split it like 100 and whatever ways, right?
That's still good though.
Because you had the perfect team. It's a one gamer. But think how far that's come. I remember when the one gamer was like $50K, when it's like Bucks, Jags, and fucking London. It's like nobody's watching this shit. But now they're watching this shit. So
yeah.
But Splash Sports, how long has it been around?
I don't know. I found out about it maybe like a year ago. So,
yeah,
but it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Is it fair to say you guys are professional gamblers? Is that a fair designation, and that you've made some portion of your living off of it since you were 12 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. It's given me everything in my life. I would be dead if I didn't do this.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, I'd be dead. Too.
Dead.
Yeah.
Well, let's share a quick story here. What happened is in 2015, like 3 weeks before we ended up winning the million, we were living at our mom's place, and our house flooded, and she didn't have flood insurance, and it ruined the entire basement, and there's no coverage. And, she was in debt, and, we came from not like rich beginnings here. And if we had sold the house at that time after this had happened, it would have been worth less than what her mortgage was. So we just would have literally been homeless. Like we would have gone on and rented a place or whatever, which she would be without.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously what happened. We ended up winning, and I renovated. I think it was like an $80K rent on the basement.
Oh,
but just think about
so
that, though,
sick.
man. But think about that though, right? Like that
if we would have lived in like a townhouse in like Millwoods together, man, like all three of us, like one bedroom to share. Like,
So it's
we're Canadians, for Americans who are listening, and Millwoods, wherever you're at, you have a Millwoods in your town.
Totally.
And you have the townhouses that we were describing.
Oh yeah.
One of the richest guys I know lives in a townhouse in Millwoods.
Really?
Yep. And he's had that thing paid off for so long, and his car is like a Tacoma.
Yeah.
And he lives there, and he's just like, I don't care about nothing. And these are the people I'm comfortable around. And it's interesting what people's version of happiness is. You could be happier in a townhouse in Millwoods, in your own city, wherever it is, than if you're in mansion land. Those people on average are more miserable.
That kind of reminds me of Dave Carnio, honestly, man.
Yeah.
This guy, my good buddy Brett, we still play with this guy. His name's Dave. He's 70. We play hockey with him at Nate, and he's like, the guy rents ice and takes orange pucks out and just fucking drills, and he's like Connor Bedard but 70, but not a pussy. and
he's junk food. He's not.
He doesn't. But he fucks women.
But he actually
he's
has
more
like
of a
sex
human
with
being.
Yeah, not Connor Bedard doesn't. And
No.
Who was that one chick that wanted him, bro?
Brecky Hill.
Are we supposed to be saying government names on these shows?
Not
we
yours.
might want to give her a pseudonym.
No, but she's like, she literally just hit him up. She's like pound me out. And he's like, absolutely not. No McDonald's, no sex. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
And then, he has no sex.
Zero. No, but this guy, I don't even think.
This is the thing. If he was putting up like 50 goals, 100 points, then I'd be okay if he's not. So like, you might as well just fuck.
No sex,
like,
you crazy?
If you saw this chick, like, if you saw her, you'd be like, what the actual?
Everybody ultimately, I think, has a vice. where it's not even up for negotiation.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I smoke black tar heroin on Thursday mornings,
Yeah.
and if you don't like it, divorce me type shit.
Completely fair.
I'm Keith
Yeah.
Richards.
Yeah.
That would have to be my non-negotiables. If someone's like no sex to be more successful, I'd be like under no circumstances. It's one of the great joys of life. What the fuck are you
is,
talking
man.
about?
I know.
Anyways, that guy's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dave, he's a legend, but he's 70 and he takes orange pucks out. He rents the ice. You know, he plays the wooden stick and warm up. And then he goes to the composite just to get that much better at 70, right? And yeah, he still lives in his original house. I'm not going to name the neighborhood, but it's nicer than Mill Woods. But it's you know, this guy he's got some quid in his jeans, if you know what I'm
But
saying.
he's happy.
And he's happy, man. And he drives a modest vehicle.
Yeah.
He's like, I could get a Maserati.
Sure.
He's a good Italian kid, Dave Carnio. But he lives modestly, man. He's happy with his circumstances.
And also, there's like sentimental value to your like maybe your childhood home or whatever. This guy, however long this
Totally.
guy's had this place, like you feel
He bought it in
comfortable
college.
there. Yeah,
He bought it in college, and he was like, "Man, when I bought this place, it was a stretch."
yeah.
And then I remember, like, as I've known him for a long time, he like put some money into the new tile in the kitchen, and then he redid the cabinets, and then he put the new carpet in, and he was just always working. And then one day I was like, "Man, what are you doing? You're loaded.
Yeah.
You're crazy. You should be living in a mansion." He's like, "What are you talking about, man? This is where I live." And I was like, "I used to feel sorry for you because you lived here. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Thought you were a bum."
Yeah.
He's like, "I like it here. Why would I move?"
Well, he's a family guy though too. He owns his mom's house too.
That's
And
cool.
then he bought his son a house next to the grandma. So he lives here. The grandma's
That's
here.
a
And the
great
son's
He
play.
here.
almost owns the whole block.
He almost owns the whole
That's
block.
a great play.
But I love that like ethnic way of thinking. Not saying that Italian is ethnic, but if you took like Filipino families, they're always like, well, I'm going to take care of the mother. We're going to all live in the same house. Whereas your wife is always telling you to move out, which is idiotic, but you're forced to do it, right?
Yeah,
So unless you want to get
totally.
dumb.
I think the Western world thinking, this is a weird podcast, but there you are, thinking that you shouldn't have multi-generational housing. I think that's one of the great tricks we've played on ourselves.
Oh,
Totally,
100%.
man.
As somebody who has a kid, it is so much easier with grandma around. If somebody who was raised in large part by grandparents,
Yeah.
like it is insane to think that grandma and grandpa should be living in little old folks
I know.
condo, and then you're stressed out because you never get a break.
Well, totally. Like I think like monetary why I think money, like it's you save money, you give the old people a purpose
Yes.
too, right? Because you have to think like not everybody can be my Baba. Like my Baba's the McDavid of Baba.
Yes.
She's one of one. So you're not gonna get that. Most 91-year-olds, no offense, hate their life. So but in which I'm not saying my Baba is again one of one, but most people don't like their life when they're old. They don't have purpose. They try and, get to a bridge game going. Well, no offense, more than half their
Community,
friends are
man.
gone, right?
Community
Yeah,
is so important. Right?
it is. So if you give them a purpose, you save money and you get to spend quality time with your mom, or in some case your grandma, whatever your age happens to be. It's an amazing thing. Why would you not want to do that?
You got to find that thing that you love. Like we're up here in Canada and we love the Oilers, right?
Yeah.
And we have Oilers websites and podcasts and social media. Rick, our producer right now, is head to toe Oilers gear. I'm very envious of his t-shirt. He looks good.
Sick.
Yeah.
We will talk about the Oilers until they turn off the internet. We have no problem. We've been doing it since before the internet started. It was running on coal. It was mostly facts.
Yeah.
We're still going. One of the things that we did, though, as a decision here at a company was we hired young people.
Yeah.
Every 3 years, we hire a new batch of young people. And if they're like, we're on TikTok, then we're on TikTok. We're on Snapchat, then we're on Snapchat. And we don't age out our demo.
Yeah.
And we are all about creating the communities of people that this is what they enjoy doing. And I think you guys, with how you deal with each other and your background in sports betting, the community that you'll get around your show, or the people just love sitting around talking about betting. What are we betting on this weekend? You're like, we're betting on Jordanian women's soccer. I'm like, you've already lost me.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know that there's millions of people around the world betting on soccer every week. And I know that the
Crazy.
discipline that you guys have for identifying bets and making moves and having the sack to actually pull trigger and win tons of cake to the point that they don't let you bet anymore. Hilarious.
Yeah.
No. Well, it's a full-time job, man.
It is, man.
If you actually want to be good, like,
I've spent so many nights like up all night, like scouting these games. Like, I mean, like I told you about the Jordanian women's game. Like, I mean, it's under 19. So these chicks are 17, 18 years old. So it's, it's not exactly a professional league, but it was so windy, the other team couldn't get the ball out of the zone. Like a constant forecheck. Well, they're not going to score.
No.
Right? So the best thing you do is just take plus a half goal, and there you won the bet. Just unload on a 10K minus 500 pays $2,000. Perfect. Now you go to bed happy.
Did you guys put a live pick in the pick group?
Not last night. No.
Were you able to log in?
I logged in. Yeah.
Okay.
It sucks because again, we had a really good night last night, but whatever. We're very confident right now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we're having as part of this show is we already have a live pick group for our company, ephbrothers.com.
Yeah.
And we've got live picks on Telegram. So we'll be dropping links into those the next little bit here on the show.
For sure.
Yeah. But it's a part of the live picks come from our system, which is constantly making an analysis, but it's more in advance game day is most of our analysis and picks.
Yeah.
But in the moment, that's your guys' specialty.
Totally. Live is, I think that's the biggest advantage any gambler has nowadays. I think, I mean, to beat the book pre-game would be one of maybe 10,000 guys has the ability to do that over a long period of time. I think you can kind of find little niches. It's like when Cairo Santos kicking knuckleballs. You knew he wasn't fucking making that. Plus 400.
Yeah.
Like, you know how much value is there? That's insane. The guy's a choke artist. Perfect. Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing. Is like, you got to know the game, though. I find right. Yeah. Like if Brandon Aubrey's a 50, I love how we only talk about kickers on this show. If Brandon Aubrey's a 50-yarder and Cairo Santos has one, it's always just gonna be plus 4. They don't change odds. No. This we're talking 365. That's the site we're most familiar with. That's a massive difference. Brandon Aubrey, he just doesn't even look like he cares. He kicks over the net.
Yeah.
Whereas Santos couldn't even kick out of the end. Like, look at the perfect example. Santos couldn't kick it out of the end zone.
I know.
To save them that 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch that game?
What sport are you talking about?
NFL.
Well,
what team are you talking about?
Well, we're talking the Bears game, against Minnesota. So the situation was there's 2:04 on the clock.
Yep.
And Cairo Santos, he should have kicked the ball out of bounds because who cares that he's starting the 40, right? But I don't know if he told Ben Johnson, I can kick this out the back.
Man. And why would you not ask your shit kicker? Can you kick this out of the back? That's 50 seconds, man.
Well, that's the game.
In a divisional game, it's like a playoff game.
So anyways, this bum didn't kick it out of the back of the end zone and the cost of the game. So
cost Chicago the game?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're a good chance of coming back anyways.
Yeah.
They killed a good 45 seconds off the clock that they could have saved had the ball gone out of zone.
Yeah.
And then they just stopped the clock.
What are you guys doing when you're watching games like this? Are you standing and shrieking and
basically seriously when there was 2:04 left, we were talking about the situation. We're like, okay, so he's gonna kick it out of bounds or kick it out of the back of the end zone. That's all we were talking about.
There's no difference because the yardage, the rules have changed so much in the NFL. When you kicked it out of the back, so you started at the 20 back in the day. Now, what did you start the 30?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's a massive difference.
So if you kick it out of bounds, who cares if they're on the 40? They're gonna punt it to you, and you're gonna get on the 15, 20, the 10-yard line, anyways, right? Doesn't matter. You just got to stop them to preserve the time. Anyways, this one of our bets was every 50-yarder and above on Bet 365. It's like plus 400 to miss, which is crazy. So we put $400 on Santos. So it paid 2 G's, with the 400 plus. So, I mean, this guy's terrible. He lost.
So you took that bet in game?
Yeah. But they don't adjust for the kicker's strength, though. Like
if it was a 50-yard for Aubrey, I'm not taking it, right? But if it's Cairo Santos, you do. You kind of got to know the kickers. I know this sounds
Who's the
crazy.
one from New Orleans? Looks like a little bitch. Who's that little kicker? He looks like he's 10 for the Saints.
Oh, Groupie or whatever?
What was that all about?
Groupie?
I saw a clip of him the other day walking down the tunnel.
He's like
Pop Warner
pencil
game.
back. Yeah.
But lots of kickers like that. Like Matt Prater in the face looks like he's 90, but he's only
because I think he is.
Yeah, he is.
Matt Prater's been around for a good 4 or 5 decades now.
But Prater he was the original. He was the original long kicker because he played in Denver.
He got the thin air though. He got a little bit of help out there.
So Beisel Brothers podcast, we're gonna have live picks.
Yeah.
Yes.
we're gonna have live shows.
Yes.
So we haven't hammered out exactly the schedule.
Yeah.
But you guys are gonna watch sports,
Yes.
football,
Yeah. And stream it.
and freak the fuck out, I assume, mad about strange things like what you just discussed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching the game, mad at the game, breaking down the game as
Yeah.
you see it, and the betting opportunities live.
Yes.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just can we get a chat going too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally,
we'll get a chat going.
And
Yeah.
we got the
Because we're
Telegram
just gonna
group.
have conversation what we're looking at, try to find a best spot for us to all win together.
Like even
basically.
last night, we actually lost $500 on a bet last night. It was Washington to score first in the second half, plus 160. They get the ball first. Debo returns it to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
And they go up and drive down to the 25 and they get sacked. Well, this guy cashes out. As soon as he ran it back to the 50, the cash out was like $1,000.
So we put 500 plus 160, which is weird because they received the ball. I don't know if the site like knew that. Anyways, yeah. So Debo gets it down to about the 45, and then they converted that third down. So they're on the 30, and the cash out was 1,100 of $1,300. I just cashed out.
They're like literally giving you free money.
Are you going to talk about this on your show while watching?
100%. Everything's be up to date. If I'm cashing shit out, I hope this is the thing. I want everybody that's betting with us to be on Bet365. I want us to be on the same site.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just easier.
I think most people use 365.
Right,
Everybody
yeah.
in this office uses 365.
How we want to kind of pose it is like it is a it's almost like you're trading with the Beisel sisters live, quote unquote. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We just got to be quick. If we're doing it live, we got to be quick.
Got to be quick.
Yeah.
But you have around 25 seconds to make a decision.
Told you, you got to be quick.
Yeah. But that's enough time that you just have to trade like you're trading a stock. It's a full time.
For example, if we're gonna take a missed field goal, we'll probably talk about it maybe on third down, and then everybody just has to punch it at the same time.
Yes.
It has to be you got to be right there with us.
I think it's going to be fun for the viewer to watch sports with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to have the
totally.
menu open and
Get
be
you
like
ready to roll.
ready, man. Yeah.
Yeah, because and we have, even when we were in the sports betting project, like the syndicate for however many years, it was 5 years we ran that, right? Like the unique thing about it's not to like toot our own horn or anything like that, but
Might
like
as well. It's your podcast.
Well, I guess, but like the unique thing about us, it was the menu, knowing the menu. It's like having like a fat friend. They always order way better than you at restaurants. That is a given.
Yeah,
man.
totally. Especially when you're at like fast food.
When your friend has abs versus a gut, the guy with the gut, his food tastes about, I don't know, 1,000 times better than the guys with the fucking abs.
Yeah,
It's not even close.
Oh my
So when
God.
you go to a new restaurant, just bring your fat friends. You will always return to that restaurant. If you bring your fit friends, you guys just order fucking chicken and broth and go home to your miserable life. So, but the beautiful thing about life is,
CR7.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, where's my Coke?
Yeah.
Put around.
Only water.
This one I'll say about gambling in general when it comes to sports is if you know the menu better than everybody else, your chances of winning, I'm going to just give a random number. I don't know analytically what it is. It's a lot though. Because last night, as an example, Green Bay to get a sack, their money line and a no team to reach 40 points is like plus 150. Or you could take McLaurin to score, who's a fucking bum, who has no chance.
Yeah.
So they're going to pass the rest of the game. Okay. So they're going to, like, Daniels will throw the ball or at least drop back 30 times in the second half because they're not going to run because they're down by 2 fucking touchdowns. Okay. So you have 30 chances to get a sack. No team to score 40. Well, that was an absolute given. And Green Bay money line. Everybody knew they're going to win the game.
Again, this is a halftime. You're making these decisions at halftime.
Yes.
So you understand what happened in the first half. You have a score and you have kind of an idea what's going to happen in the second half because the NFL can be kind of scripted based, if you know the game well enough with a certain amount of time left, you can almost predict what's going to happen.
See, I wouldn't want to bet live. I would want to just have my shit locked in before the game and then just be cheering for the shit I want to have.
But then there's the difference between winning.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Motherfucker.
Hey, no, and listen, I point at you, but there might as well be a mirror in front of me because I'm pointing at myself at the same time.
Well, I only bet one thing every year: the Edmonton
Yeah.
Oilers to win the Stanley Cup.
It's coming
I've yet
this
to be
year.
right? One day I will be.
Guilty.
Right.
Can we touch on the McDavid?
It's
props?
changed. It's changed.
It
Oh,
changed.
It's changed. So last Friday on a different show, we talked about it, and for 50 goals was plus 1,400. By the time we did the show, was plus 1,100, and now for 50 goals, it's 650.
Yeah.
40 is like, I think 40 might actually be minus 110.
Yeah,
I talked about it.
It sucks because we texted Wanye 2 weeks ago about this investment. We wanted to put like 50 grand into it.
1 week ago, that was serious
And
money.
you know what the crazy thing about sports bank sites is, if we would have put 50K and plus 1,400, they'd probably be giving us
It's
$10,000
like day trading.
It was like day
Cash it
trading.
out.
They would have given you money just because you traded at the right
They don't
time.
want to lose the rest of that
I
money.
talked about it on my podcast, Wanye's World, available Spotify
Yesterday.
that type of thing. But I was like, these guys are sitting in front of me, known sports betting experts, telling me my favorite player who's going to go the fuck off is a great investment. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah.
And then they're giving me shit. They're
Because
like,
he
"Why?"
said he's going to go the fuck off.
Yeah. And then they're like, well, they're making fun of me. And I'm like, I've had people in the pharmaceutical industry, if you catch my drift, sell me on getting into the industry, if you catch my drift.
I'm getting the drift.
Yeah.
Saying, why wouldn't you want to double your money every 2.5 weeks? Are you crazy? You're a smart guy. Why
Yeah.
do this for 3 years? You do the
Yeah.
math. Start.
Yeah.
Could you put your hands on 20? I'm like, of course I could. I'm Wanye. And they're like, well, wouldn't you want to be in 2.5 years? And if you
Yeah.
don't get, no, I will not do that. And I will not bet on anything other than the Oilers to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
I
That's
know my
okay.
limits.
I respect that about you, though, because the grind it takes to be successful
job.
and feed this disease that we all have is taxing. I'm not
Mhm.
going to lie.
Mhm.
So the fact that you just pick it, let it roll, win, loss, or draw. There is no draw, but win or loss, the outcome is the outcome.
But I like
know.
working on pick engines because I
Totally.
know that there's a
As
value.
do I.
Yeah, there's a value that you guys work for a syndicate. You understand the number crunching that needs to be done every day.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a value to developing those tools. There's
Absolutely.
a value to refining those tools. So we got 2 sports pick sites, sportspicks.ai and EPH Brothers.
Yeah.
And we spend a lot of time with our data scientists working and refining our model
Totally.
because we really do think there are tools that are like a bicycle for your mind, right? The fastest person in the world running versus an average person in a bicycle, you'll blow away the fast runner.
Yeah.
With less energy expended.
Yeah.
I think technology can help us make more decisions. And if you guys are like the audience of your show, and they're betting all year round, every day it resets, you should have a tool.
Totally. I
That
think
gives you a few picks to start from and an analysis of every game.
Yeah, I'm a massive not AI, but like let's call it like an algorithm fan or any kind of simulation model, because you just have to think of it like your body. Like if you're working out and eating healthy, your mental and spiritual health like naturally will become higher. So if you have a simulation like we do and our group has us, and then you have your brain as well to analyze a little bit to give that like second degree of strength. That's what ultimately will make you successful. So I love all that stuff.
We're year 3. This will be our 3rd season doing this.
Yeah.
We bought these companies and they were already certain place. EPH Brothers is big Southern US geography, a lot of college sports and stuff like that. But we're in year 3 of working on our models. And last year, every sport was profitable.
Totally. Yeah.
Right.
And
And that
now,
isn't
yeah.
live betting. That's day of betting.
Yeah.
Right. And it is a grind.
Yeah.
And I think it's it's almost like karate versus kung fu. It's a different discipline.
It is.
Right.
It
What you
is.
guys are talking about, you're doing a lot of preparatory work before the game begins.
Yes.
This shit, 7 a.m. every
Yeah.
morning, we're analyzing everything. We're assigning a score and a weight. And
Yeah.
our high probability bets, those are called Monster Max and Mega Lock.
Yeah.
Right. And they only come out 1 in every 400 games.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a different discipline than what you guys are talking about in the moment.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, and sometimes like when we're live betting, like the menu almost will show you
The menu usually shows you what you should.
Sometimes like we scan everything, rush yards, receptions, next score, field goals,
Guy to throw an interception.
anything,
who's
man.
gonna
It's
get the
literally
pick.
anything, and sometimes it just pops out at you, man. Like last night, we were looking at all the props, and Green Bay's very, very difficult to bet props. I find they don't really have a number one receiver. They just kind of one game, like Wicks will be their number one, then Reed, and then
Melton, and
it's,
then
yeah, like
Dobbs.
Bo
It's
Melton will just have 7 catch. He's like their 6th receiver in the
Yeah.
depth chart. It's just they don't make any sense. So last time was a little bit difficult betting props, I found. But yeah, sometimes something will just jump at you, and then we're just always discussing those.
But like we
things,
said,
right?
if
So,
Green Bay got a sack, that's minus 200. Okay, that makes sense. 30 dropbacks. They have probably the 2 best pass rushers.
Gary and Parsons, like they're gonna get there, man. Like,
And then you take Green Bay to just win the game and no team to score 40. So Green Bay to not score fucking 4 touchdowns the last 7 minutes is when we bet it. It's
They don't
like-
want to because they want to keep the ball running and keep the
Yeah.
clock moving.
exactly.
so it's like-
Jacobs, right? Jacobs,
And that's
for
plus
3.
that was the same odds as Terry McLaurin to score, who, by the way, I'm serious. He's well, I
He's
don't
got to see the ball more often.
Yeah.
Well, like for him to score in an offense with Debo, the pass catching running backs, you have Ertz, who's very reliable.
in the
like,
red zone.
Yeah, it's
And then
they
Daniels
might not even,
might run it.
they
in.
might not even
Jeez.
score, or you just take a sack and Green Bay to hold the lead. It's like, use your brain, man. But this is the thing. It takes time to figure this shit out. And knowing the menu, just like I said, just like your fat friend, is very important.
Yeah.
But I think a show like this is, I think you guys can teach people what to look for
Absolutely.
at halftime, right? Because I don't think a lot of people do that. And then they do get to it. They're scrambling. They're trying to fix what happened in the first half.
Yeah.
So I think with this show here, you guys can really explain to people, okay, listen, when you're on at halftime, take a look at this, take a look at this, take a look at that. Because there are going to be things out there that you can just say, watch this area, watch this area, watch this area. And I think that's where you can really come up with some wins.
100%.
And then when we do a live show, then everyone's got to be on top of their fingers and be ready to roll because you guys are going to drop it and it's going to drop that. It drops that fast.
It does, yeah.
Totally.
Into the group chat
Yeah.
on Telegram.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, you'll have to be on top of everything because
Yes.
everything happens so damn quickly, and especially if it's not just halftime.
Yeah.
If you guys are doing actual live in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, it's even less than 25 seconds. You're looking 8, 9, 10 maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, probably 10 max. And yeah, we do third quarter, whatever, fourth quarter.
How do you guys handle Sunday morning? Because obviously last night's easy for you. You've got one game on. You can put all your concentration there. Sunday, there's 8 games going on, which means there's 8 different. How do you guys handle Sundays?
You know what? On a great question, because we kind of like the Thursday and Sunday nights better because it's just
easier for
It
you
is
to focus on one thing.
you know what, guiltily, we'll see. We don't have like Sunday ticket or any of that shit. We'll just see TSN1 is one game, CTV is another. You maybe get 3 games.
Yeah.
You got multi TVs going on?
We have 2 TVs.
Yeah, but it's good to just it's good to focus on something. This is how I like to do is you like Debo's receptions was my pre-game prop pick.
4.5, I think.
Yeah. So because of, again, the coverages, and they design dinky little screens to him, right? If you watch the game last night, he'll chip the left end or right end, and then he'll run a little out route, and that's the safety valve. Right, Green Bay takes away everything deep. That's why McLaurin didn't. That's why they didn't complete a deep pass all night. It's all dink and dunk. They keep everything in front of you.
Dink and dunk.
And Debo is a great dink and dunk guy.
Dink, dunk, and Debo?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Fuck
Dink
outta
and
here.
dunk and Debo,
and
yes.
dink and dunk with Ertz is fucking amazing too because he's fat and he's old and he's reliable.
What does
So
dink and dunk mean?
dink
Just
and
like it's like little short,
Little
6,
short
7 yard
passes because then all of it. So Debo's one of the fastest guys in the league, or at least when he was younger. So you
Yeah.
get the ball in his hands. Okay, now run with it and get away from everybody.
yeah,
he's for a receiver. He's like a running back. He's probably
He does both.
230.
yeah.
It's hard to bring down.
He's a unique
And he's
player, man.
shifty still. He's even though he's
But
older.
they design
yeah.
little dinky plays for him. He's not a guy that's
It's
going to
kinda
go downfield 40 yards.
They
anywhere.
used to call like West Coast offense.
Is
West
West
Coast used to just be little dinky, like
3-4 yard passes.
Yeah.
Get the ball in his hands and let him make the plays after that.
Yeah.
All right, now, all right.
So what you do is you pick something pre-game that's smart, and you're like, "Okay, I'm going to look for this." So live value-wise, he got down to 3.5 receptions. Right? He had 2, I think, at halftime, and I think it was minus 150.
So go at halftime, he was down to 3.5.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, think how much value they're losing, and you liked it pregame. And obviously, you ended up with, I think, 5 or 6 receptions. So the original line won, the live line won by the time it was the fourth quarter. So it's a great pick. So if you can isolate something, because if you're looking at all the 8 morning games and the 3 afternoon and the whatever, however many games. I think it's 9 morning, 3 afternoon, whatever.
8 or 9,
depending
yeah.
on the buys.
8 or 9, 4 or 5,
Yeah.
depending on.
So to isolate your best play, like my best play was Goddard. It just happened to have a 5-star play on the opening game. It doesn't happen very often. Everybody's healthy. It's a little more predictable. Debo, I would say, was like a 4-star play. This week there will be a prop play in a game where you can combine that with maybe something else. And what was now minus 150, you can turn into plus 250 with a few tiny little tweaks, like the team to kick a field goal in the game, the team to get a sack, whatever. You kind of get
to
the gist.
answer the question.
Yeah.
We just watch one morning game,
Yeah.
like we usually. Like, I mean, I'm not
To
like
focus on it, not get overwhelmed by too much stuff, because that's what happens to most people. Is you start watching 8 games, so you're taking a parlay, you're taking something out of here, something out of there, something out of here, blah, 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 and you just get too crazy. You're at the buffet and you eat everything.
And all the owners of the sports books have jets.
Exactly. So yeah, we just watch one game.
What about Saturday? Do you watch college?
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
do. Yeah,
When you just wait for Waction and Maction, that's when things get really
What does that
interesting.
mean?
Lesser
Waction.
leagues, lesser divisions.
And once we start watching Hawaii at 11 o'clock,
See, that's
we
the
get
beautiful
real
thing.
degenerate.
Hawaii
It's
always plays at 11 o'clock.
Do you guys always watch sports in the same place?
at our house.
At our house.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about us. We don't like okay, sure, for Oilers, I'll get blackout and go to like Cook County and stuff. But like
Look that up if you're from the States.
other than that, I'm not like going to the bar with a bunch of obnoxious twins with mullets and watch these games. I hate that shit. I love watching by myself and concentrating. Other than Oilers, man.
We watch a lot of games here at HQ
Yeah.
now. We're trying to
Yeah.
develop this into a place where content creators and stuff can come and watch games.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Rick, one of the things producer Rick is annoyed/stressed out about is that he's going to have to break his couch routine for watching football.
We'll go out sometime. So like last Thursday night, we did the first night, and all the boys are the same way. We're all degenerates. We have like 3 or 4 different chat groups. They're all different gambling ones. So everyone gets there. Everyone's got their 365 out and looking at this parlay, that parlay, this parlay, that. And we do a bozo one too, where everybody throws in $15, $25. Okay, what's your play? Cool. And we put together a big ticket like that. Like this is when we get together, and it's usually Thursdays and Sundays. It is strictly for the I mean, not strictly for but there's a lot of gambling involved.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So maybe we're going to find a way to do this show.
Yeah.
In 3 times a week.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, yeah.
Thursdays eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want it to get to?
The live show?
Yeah.
Oh, we want to do Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, now, hold on. Now we got to do. Let's do the show 3 times a week.
I thought you meant in the
Friday morning.
Yeah.
Which is what this is.
Yes.
We record it Mountain Standard Time Friday morning.
Mhm.
What are the other 2 shows you want to roll up?
Definitely Monday and Thursday. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We can figure that out.
Yeah.
Is that not as annoying for you? You get your Sundays on the couch where you like to lock in, and you guys can go home and lock in, and you can lock in.
Yeah.
AI art of Connor McDavid at my house, not paying attention.
Well, then that's when you start getting into worried about
The
that.
perfect thing is if we're set up in our house Thursdays, turn it on, and we're just in front of the mics talking, man.
Yeah. 2. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go, right? Like, I mean, you guys get the stream going at home. Then, of course, you can do your thing. You still concentrate. If everyone's on top of the game watching, they can have their stuff open and ready to roll.
Yeah.
It is true, though, when you get everyone together, you do kind of like lose concentration on the game. You're going to miss this. You might get halftime to concentrate again.
Yeah.
But then when you're sitting there and something happens in the third quarter, you might miss a live in-game bet.
One of the segments we're going to have on this show is also Canadian betting.
Yeah.
Because as Western Canadians living in Edmonton, we bet on CFL, the Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
We bet on the Mighty Oil, Edmonton Oilers.
Love the oil.
So I think one of the regular segments of the show is going to be what we're betting on in Edmonton.
Totally. 100%.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the CFL, maybe you guys can talk about it a little bit and just kind of give a primer for Americans.
Yeah, I mean there are markets to attack. I mean for the American audience, I mean you have the luxury of some unique books with high limits, and CFL is as beatable as anything. It's as beatable as Maction is because the book doesn't give a fuck about Maction. It's going to be Buffalo Bulls versus San Jose Spartans. No one gives a fuck, okay? Except you do. I mean, it's your life, right?
Because when you have 3K on it.
Right.
Yeah.
But CFL is very beatable. You know, I've had a couple friends play in the CFL and they just tell you things to look out for, and it's stuck with me, you know, like it just like as an example, we had a guy named Luther. He plays for Hamilton. He used to play for Calgary. His last name is Boo. Fuck you.
I have to.
I feel it.
Nice
Every
kid.
podcast, Calgary sucks.
What's his how do you say his last name? Hawk of a
man.
Hawk of a lot of letters. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what his last name is.
Dig it.
It was a heck of a lot of letters.
We'll call him Luther.
Yeah. And anyways, Luther comes to Edmonton his first game, and he's from Edmonton, and he was trained in Edmonton by our buddy.
Played
Andrew.
at McNally.
Yeah. And so our buddy told, and we bet this. It was plus 800 for him to score.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew told us they will design a goal line play for him. And if he hits it, he's going to score. Obviously, he fucking hits it, plus 800, right? And he tells us all the time, there are guys in specific scenarios, if you could find this out, which we could, that will get a designed play to score a touchdown. And these fucking touchdown picks are gold, man, in the CFL. So we'll definitely be touching on that.
And there's a lot of touchdowns in the CFL.
There is, yeah.
There's a lot of points.
field goals.
I think Luther has seriously scored every single time he's played Edmonton.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Just for the fact, we play Hamilton not this weekend, but next weekend.
The Elks.
Yeah.
Remember, we
the Elks.
talking to Yanks for the large part.
Oh, I was gonna say, if people know who I am, they know when I say we. They
People don't know
No,
who
that's
you
fair.
are.
That's
We're
fair.
gonna do a whole different group.
That's fair. I tend to get lost in that sometimes. When Rick says we,
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to figure out what he's talking about.
We got to remember when we're doing our pod that our audience,
Yeah.
you're on our social media network. This is all Americans.
All
So we're like,
fucking
oh,
American.
swing by McNally and I'll catch you in Mill
Yeah, I
Woods.
know. Yeah.
Like, the fuck is this? Don't worry, you got your own McNally and you got your own Mill Woods, and we'll get
Yeah.
around to it.
But CFL is it's bettable, and it's just as it's fun to watch.
It's
when you-
very exciting. There's
It
a lot
is.
of points to be scored.
And this is a show for people who want to bet on sports,
Mm-hmm.
not people who want to bet on the Indianapolis Colts.
right.
That's a different show.
Yes.
You go listen to a Colt show.
Yeah.
You want to listen to this show?
Yeah, it's anything from under 19 Jordanian women's soccer to Luther. Heck of a lot of words in my last name, scoring a touchdown against the Elks.
Oh yeah.
You will get all the information you need to, maybe take a nice vacation. Maybe at the end of the year you made a couple K and you can say, that was fun. Maybe go to the LaRonde. I don't know.
Oh, now we're
Right?
talking. Look
Yeah.
that up if you're American.
Oh,
That timestamp in the show, Rick, is something that we should be clipping.
Which
That's a
one?
good rant there.
Oh, I
right?
feel you.
Yeah.
Listen to this show. That's a good 30-second reel we can put on our socials and
Yeah.
have people understand what they're going to be getting when they watch the show.
Yeah.
What is the name of your boys' show? Tell everybody.
It's the Beisel Bros pod.
Beisel Bros or Beisel Brothers?
I think
Bros.
Bros.
Good. Otherwise, we'd have changed the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Beisel
already
Bros.
done.
Yeah.
Catch us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Catch us on Insta.
Yeah, everything, man. We're going to be going live and just answering questions. I mean, we do everything. There's nothing we don't cover. If you have a question about, Brasilia, Syria, D, I'll answer it for
Like
you.
anything, marital advice for fuck's sake. So you're getting
I
divorced.
have
I'll
a
give it.
two red card system that all the foreigners listening to in Europe and in South
Yeah, like
America.
John Joe Shelby yellow. That's
That's a
the greatest
guarantee.
pick
Our
ever, man.
new picks engine, we're adding a new sport every 2 weeks. It's designed to intake all soccer leagues. We're doing the top 31 leagues in the world by revenue.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about Brasilia Series D,
Yeah.
believe me when I tell you that there are 17,000 matches a year we analyze,
I know.
and we're interested in all of them equally.
Crazy, man. Yeah.
We're interested in all of them equally.
Yeah.
I just want to make money.
Yeah, 100%. I think everybody does, and at the same time, it's we can make money with our disease. I mean, it's a great feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, Norm Macdonald said
Great.
that gambling's a disease, but it's a
Yeah.
disease that can make you filthy rich.
Exactly. So we might as well try and get a couple, fivers, teners, hundreders, whatever in your jeans, and call it a night.
If
man.
you like the research of sports betting and you like the academic exercise of
Yeah.
crunching numbers and shit like that,
yeah.
sports betting's a perfectly fine pastime.
Well, and it's not only that, it actually could be a lucrative uptaking if you do it correctly, because again, it's also not taxed. It's
In Canada,
in Canada, US is taxed. I don't know how the hell they do it in the US, man. It's crazy.
all the games play ball.
Oh my god.
All the apps play ball, rather.
Yeah, but it's not a taxable income, money stream, whatever you want to call it in Canada, which is nice. So it can be lucrative. It could also ruin your life, but we're here to help you. So
Yeah.
You'd mentioned, Randy, that you hate drunk sports fans, sports bettors.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's annoying. Like, is there anything worse when the Oilers are losing a bunch of drunk guys just yelling in your ear?
There's nothing worse.
And you're about to lose the cup for the
Not
third time
only
in a
do you
row.
have money.
Whoa, second time in a row.
Honestly, man, I think we're. I don't know.
Be careful.
This is another episode.
Be
Should I
careful.
just stop?
You're not
now,
factoring the Iceman into your calculations. He's a game
Well, I
changer.
did take the Calder
18
for
goals.
plus 2,500
Iceman?
down to
Yeah.
1,800. So
Fuck, you
Well,
did?
I'm just
you want to bet
praying.
on it?
No,
Okay.
I don't want to sell
Why not?
cocaine
I
because
know.
I can work at the factory and not do the drugs.
Anyways, it's not that. Look, I love going to Cook County and blacking out. Okay, I'm not
You got
saying
it.
I don't like
You got
that.
it.
It's just when I need a critical win, like
Yes.
the Oilers to
You're
win.
a professional.
Yes, I
It's
don't.
like an NHL player not wanting to play beer
Look, I'm
league.
not going to insult women here, but I am. When they're all laughing when we're down 4-0 at the bar drunk, I'm just going to go home. I can't take it. Okay, it's
One time
Yo.
I was at a celebrity hockey game and this beer league player tried to hit Wendell Clark from behind. Wendell Clark,
that's a
legend
bad idea.
in his 60s, I think now, was probably in his mid 50s.
Yeah.
And Wendell Clark turned around, leveled the guy,
Mhm.
mid swing, realized where he was and what he was doing, and caught the guy that he just leveled
Mhm.
before he hit the ice.
Sorry, bud.
And like put him back on his feet and like took him to the bench. And I heard him talking afterwards. He's like, I can't play in these tournaments, man. I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Wendell Clark is still Wendell Clark, even though he's super
You
fucking old.
can't take the
You guys
Wendell
at the
Clark.
bar listening to people giggle gaggling about
Yeah.
your bets when you're pros. I
Yeah.
get it.
We had an issue. Like, so in the playoffs, we all sat in the pretty much the same spot, and it's a big area. And there's probably 20, 25 of us, whatever. And then you get some sort of not real fans involved too, because it's a Friday night. Now they're out because they want to be out for the game. And I promise you that I got fucking angry, and other guys around did too.
Yeah.
I'll yell at my own friends. They start talking about basketball, the Oiler games going on.
Yeah.
I can't control it, but it just comes out. Like, I don't give a fuck what they're doing over there. Like, we got this fucking game going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you there.
Yeah.
I live tweet Oiler games.
Okay.
This is one of my great joys in life.
Yeah.
Is getting on Twitter and just telling the other team to go fuck itself. And I've been talking to we've got, I think, 80,000 followers on Twitter, right? 170,000 career tweets for Oilers Nation on Twitter. And I hate watching games with other people. But
Yeah.
I'll get to the end of the game and be like, man, that was crazy. And realize I haven't said a word out loud in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because
But it is certain people. Like, you can
super-
get 20 dudes together and have a great time because
Yeah.
everyone's pretty much the same fucking way.
Yes.
And that's kind of what we did for the playoffs.
Yeah.
But then you scatter in a couple that don't really fit the mold.
Yeah.
Everyone else is sitting there going, we're down a goal. Everyone's fucking thinking the world's ending. And someone's telling you about what they're doing next fucking
Yeah, no.
Thursday.
Exactly.
That shit I want to fucking pull my hair
when
out
I
for.
go to games, I do not want to talk.
I also
I am
hate
dialed in.
Yeah.
I
Like,
also hate when fans but when fans are smiling when we're losing. I don't mind the positivity, but it's not because of positivity. I don't understand that. When I lose hockey games at Nate, I'm angry and it means nothing.
Yep.
When the Oilers are losing, it's like nobody in the crowd
No.
should even there should be just no smiling, man. I don't want I just,
disagree.
It bothers me.
Counterpoint. No, shut up, Rick.
Rick, do you agree with me?
1,000%.
No, but okay, I want to touch on what Rick said because I don't love I love nothing more than getting a bunch of the boys, everybody's having some drinks and watching the Oilers. We're all celebrating together. But like you guys said, the giggling and laughing, asking stupid
Here's
questions.
the counterpoint to that. I was watching Game 7 2 seasons ago. Oilers are down second intermission by 1 goal. Game 7 of the Cup Finals. There's people on Twitter calling for Ken Holland's head, the GM, saying he's a disgrace.
That's
So
stupid.
the counterpoint to that, and Rick is the grumpiest fan on earth. If I'm
Only when
enjoying
we're
myself
not winning.
watching an Oilers game and this is my happy place, I'm happy the entire time. I give a fuck if we're
Really?
down 6. Yeah, man, because I just like being in the building. I know we only have so many
Very,
days on this.
That is one of those interesting things any human being has ever said.
And I've literally heard it all.
I've heard it all.
No, man.
That's
I
so
like going to the
interesting.
games. I like watching the games. I like looking for Connor McDavid to have the tuft of hair stick out his helmet. I like giggling and making a mean second intermission. I like
That's,
wishing Nail Yakupov was still an Oiler.
That's one of the this is one of the hottest takes I've ever heard in my entire
But he's
life.
not actually happy at the end of the. If the Oilers lose 4-1, it's not like he's not in a good mood
but
about
I
it.
can't go to bed mad anymore after the Oilers games. I've done it too much in my life.
You know, I love the presence that you're bringing, though, to
I
your life.
love the Oilers more
The
than anything.
spiritual aspect
But
that
the
you
win
actually
is
got
being
over that.
at the game or watching the game.
Crazy,
That's
man.
the fucking win. It can't be
The win is
win
on
or
the scoreboard.
That's
The win
one
is on the
of-
scoreboard.
Yeah, but you've been grumpy so many times as a result of the Oilers, and I don't have that.
I agree. No, that's fine.
Right?
Yeah,
Rick goes to games and yells so loud that players on the ice are like, "Oh yeah, we're in Edmonton." That guy's where they yell.
So, you know, this is the kind of guys I like. You know why? Because when we watch Game 7,
first
not
time we
lost.
First
Game
7.
7, Florida, and you know, it was our family all loves the Oilers. There's like 30 of us, all the cousins, wives, husbands, grandmas, aunties, uncles. Okay, we're all watching at the barn at our family's acreage.
in a barn. Doesn't make it much more Canadian.
And I would say 10 out of 30 of them are like us. Okay, angry. We need to win the cup. Hardcore fans. Okay, we're not enjoying any of second of us. Until the cup is being raised. Okay, and we end up losing or whatever. And I'm serious, man. All the people that aren't like us, we're like, we'll get him next year.
I hate
Great,
that shit.
great.
That is the worst word
Yeah, I
you can
hate that
fucking
shit.
tell
They're
me
like
right away.
great effort. We're so proud of them. I'm serious, man. There
walk
could
away.
have
But
been-
for the everyman,
no, but there could have been divorces.
yeah, sure,
It was bad.
sure. But for the everyman who's like, "Oh, should I go to the Morgan Wallen concert tonight, or should I go to the Oilers game?" And I have no dog in the fight, and I'm here because it's a community event, and I got the flag on my car. I would sooner those people enjoy themselves and be like, wasn't it so fun in the second period when Leon scored that one-timer and we all just stood up and cheered as loud as we could? This is going to be a great thing to talk about at the water cooler tomorrow. That should be what the average person gets out of like Savannah Bananas games.
Right.
You go there, you saw a fucking spectacle.
Yeah, right,
Who the
a
fuck-
Mickey,
Let me
yeah.
tell you some of my Oilers highlights of the last few years. One, when Steve Urkel showed up, Jaleel White,
Yeah,
saying he was hanging out with Evander Kane,
Yeah.
but had no real reason to be in Edmonton. And they're like, everyone's confused. I was crying laughing. Like, what horrible
Yeah.
crime have these two committed together? And he's just here to discuss it, or who the fuck knows, right?
Yeah.
One time there was service night at the Rexall or Rogers Place for the Oilers, and there was a dog, like a service dog, barking
Throughout the
for
building.
like 10 minutes.
You can
during
hear him on the
game.
telecast.
Oh,
It was
Yeah.
so I was crying laughing because somebody's like, shut that dog
Yeah.
up, and someone's
Yeah.
like, it's a service dog. These are the moments of sports that like I personally enjoy the most, right? Like I love my team, but I like the spectacle of it. I like watching, if I'm gonna watch like college football, I like when like the stealth bomber flies overhead and everybody's got a
Best.
placard they hold up and they play Enter Sandman. I'm like, oh shit.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck about the actual
Yeah.
game. It's nonsense.
Interesting. Well, to touch on that, like when we go to Oilers, we just bet overtime blindly, and this is crazy.
Yes.
It's happened 6 times in a row, and we have never made money one time. It's always parlayed with the game
That's
to
something
end in
stupid, yeah.
overtime. Never
No,
does.
it's always to go to overtime with the Oilers winning, and
Yeah.
or with the other. We never pick the
no
right team.
ever. But to touch that, when it's regular season, yeah, like I'm not like all pissed off it's that we didn't win games. But when it's those important games, I'm at the bar, I'm angry.
Yep.
Yes. That.
You will
Even-
never enjoy the highs of a team unless you've been with them for the lows.
Yeah.
So I'm totally with you. Like
Yeah.
we talk about the Oilers every single day since 2008 in our
Yeah.
day job. But I refuse, if I can keep control of myself and enjoy myself, win or lose, drink my booze.
Yeah.
I've won.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the way I
100%. 100%.
I've paid thousands of dollars to go home so fucking mad and lie in bed and stare at the roof and think about the mission. I don't want to live my life like that,
No,
man. I want to
it's
enjoy
miserable.
myself.
Yeah.
So there's a midpoint between like, we'll get him next year. What are you mad about? Like when the Oilers lost in 06 and I cried so hard that my girlfriend dumped me.
Yeah.
We're not here to fuck around about why are you so mad about a hockey team?
06 cannot.
Well, I
I
don't-
never. I
cannot do
missed 2. I didn't go to school, man. Didn't do my exams. I was like, I just want to die.
But as
So,
I get
yeah.
older, I don't want like the bad vibes of my favorite thing not winning ruining my life.
Totally.
I don't want that.
It doesn't ruin the life. It might put a little dent in the night. But
Yeah.
I think against Vegas, when we lost to Vegas, I was sitting outside on the patio and I was bummed out as fuck. Season's over. And then I've got 2 legit players who come in afterwards and they're in a much better mood than me. They're not in a good mood, but it's a lot more closer than neutral than I am. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to do now?
Yeah.
But do you savor the wins? Because I savor the wins. Like when the Oils score an OT in the playoffs, and I'm like, oh my God, I wake up in the morning floating.
Yeah.
Bro, I've yet to fucking drop from the clouds after Pisani's overtime goal
Me too.
shorthanded.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do love the
over
wins.
Glove game
That-
5.
That's my favorite goal.
Short.
Marchand against Mulk
In
and,
Carolina,
97.
no one cheering.
97 around Grant Ledyard.
So the
Thank you,
best 2 goals in Oilers history, in my opinion, are those 2 goals. Like for me,
Marchand and
Marchand,
Pisani,
Pisani.
For me, it was Hemsky in game 6. And
Oh,
Horkoff.
that was-
yeah.
oh,
And
that was
Horkoff
exciting.
off his ass in game 3. We had no business beating San Jose.
San Jose.
After
What about
Rolison's glove
Samsonov
save.
coming out of the penalty box in game 3?
Yep.
against
Or what
San
about
Jose?
Rafi?
Big
What about
clapper.
And Rolly flipping one high to him and he gets the
Yeah.
break. Oh,
Oh,
my God.
yeah.
Remember Rolly hitting everyone out of the penalty box?
Remember when
Like,
he's
on
Pekka.
thrown up and
fucking
bad it?
He did it
Set
to
play.
Pekka.
Yeah,
Mike
They
Pekka.
went set play in the playoffs in 06. That when a guy's in the penalty box,
Yeah.
when they're smacking her stick on the ice, Rolly
I'm
look
getting
for
Oh
him.
yeah.
Me too, man.
That nothing will
They
ever
still
beat
might win
that
that
for me.
7th game, boys. They still might win.
No.
No,
Nothing will
see,
ever be
that's
as
the thing.
painful.
Just me personally, I wanted that cup almost 10 times more than the last.
I
we've been in.
really
Me too.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's hard
sticks.
to
Well,
say,
I'll
yeah.
never, even when we win, I hope we win. I'll still never get over that.
I'm still so angry about game 1. I refuse to ever put a penny on Tyler Conklin
Yeah.
as the tight end because of what Ty Conklin, the goaltender, did in 06.
Yeah.
Well,
When
just
Pronger
horrible,
scored on that
horrible.
penalty,
I was like,
shot,
we won the
I
cup.
was like, we're gonna sweep
We
these
have
clowns.
won the cup. I
I'm
remember
serious. That
walking
yeah,
around my dad's living room, like with my arms folded,
Yeah.
bobbing my head like a chicken, being like, well, I think were they up 5-0?
No, it was like
4-1.
maybe
They're up a bit.
or-
Up a bit. Yeah, that was
it was a lot.
Because then obviously everything went to shit and they lost 6-5, right?
Andrew Ladd, Marc-Andre Bergeron.
Yeah.
Well, the
Down by the
Rolly
post.
injury, that was. I mean,
Well, it
for
was
them
those
to
two that
even
ran him
battle-
in.
For them to even battle back to game 7 is remarkable.
Remarkable. You see Markkinen? Are
You see, Markkinen should have been the backup in game 1. He's the only reason why we made it to game
The
7.
Juice hadn't played in 3 months.
If the Juice
And
was
then
the
he just
backup in
took
game
him to
1, we
game
win the
7.
damn cup.
He's such a legend.
I
for
swear to
them.
God, what's his nuts this year? Oh my God, our pal Cal Pickard,
Yeah.
Edmonton
Oh,
Oilers.
well, he was
I sat in this exact chair and I'm like, maybe Cal Pickard will go 5-0, and
Yeah.
everyone started laughing. And then he went 5-0
Yeah.
and got us in the finals.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be overlooked.
because we lose to LA if he wasn't around.
Totally, man. Totally.
What historic cup runs with storylines though we've battled so hard in those 3 years, you know, like even in 06 you're the 8 seed, in whatever 23 we were down 3-0 and came all the way back, and then in last year it's, you know, you're getting annihilated by the Kings, who you know we would have thought we would have got past them.
And they
You
just shook
bring
him
in
off.
this, you know, your old unproved, he's kind of just a journeyman backup, and he stonewalls, and we go all the way back to the cup against, you know, our most hated rivals, Florida. And
This is why hockey's the best game. And when I watch
Yeah.
like NBA storylines, it's like Ben Simmons' agent drops him because he doesn't accept offer from Knicks. And then you look in hockey where there's just like a random journeyman goalie going 5-0 in
Yeah.
the playoffs. It's such a compelling sport.
It's a
to watch.
special game, man. And it's not because I'm Canadian, but maybe it is. I don't know. I think it's the best sport.
It's what we
in the world.
know, right?
It's what it's saying.
If you grew up in Ole Miss country, you'd love Ole Miss.
Exactly.
Football.
Do you guys remember the Hamburglar was like going to win the Vezina out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Yep.
For,
In Ottawa.
Yeah.
They started throwing burgers on the ground.
love
I
it.
swear.
I was a massive hamburger.
Dude, that was crazy. He went
Andrew
like
Hammond?
21-2 or something.
Yeah.
Like
I love when a player has a nickname like that.
Yeah.
It's
that
great.
was awesome.
I love the vibes.
Yeah.
Well, boys, let's call it for the week.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again this week. If you found us on the internet, thank you. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
Yep.